Hi everyone, welcome to the Pace Studio in Midtown Manhattan. Woohoo, indeed. We're here with Walker Hayes. Thank you so much for being here with us today.
Thanks for having me. I'm pumped to be here.
We're pumped you're here. You've got a new record coming out. It's called Boom.
Boom.
Boom. Drops December 8th.
I like the way you say that.
I'm trying to channel my southern accent here.
I got you.
Got to get the drawl
Yeah.
right.
Boom.
And yeah, you're gonna play a few songs from that record.
Yeah.
Tell us about the first one.
The first one is just my single. I can't remember what number it is on the album, but it's up there in the beginning, I think. But yeah, this is my single. It's doing really well. It's kind of a personal song to me. It's about a lot of fair weather friends who kind of disappeared when I lost a record deal not so long ago, and things started going good for me again, and they reappeared, wanted to hang out, and I was like, hey, y'all broke up with me. So yeah, that's what this first single is about.
Whenever you're ready.
Let's do it. Well, I got some coke in my bourbon, surfing a room like Swayze. I ain't drunk, I'm amazing. Yeah, I got that laid way back in my swagger. X Factor feeling no pain. I'm at the top of my game. Darling, you can't crash my party with your sorries and what always. Don't be raining on my Mardi Gras parade for a minute. Well, I ain't even fixing to listen to your guilt tripping. You're forgetting, girl, you made that bed and didn't want me in it. I said, whoa, girl, simmer on down a notch. Ain't nobody making you watch me get my forget you on. No, girl, can't touch my good as gold. I know it's difficult to see me on a roll, but you broke up with me. Yeah, what can I say, babe? You broke up with me. Ha. Guess you don't know what you want till you see I'm moving on. Making lonely look like freedom. Baby, don't even act like I'm doing something wrong. If my song comes on and I get lost on that dance floor in somebody's arms that ain't yours, you can't crash my party with your sorries and what always. Don't be raining on my Mardi Gras parade for a minute. Well, I ain't even fixing to listen to your guilt tripping. You're forgetting, girl, you made that bed and didn't want me in it. I said, whoa, girl, simmer on down a notch. Ain't nobody making you watch me get my forget you on. No, girl, can't touch my good as gold. I know it's difficult to see me on a roll, but you broke up with me. Yeah, what can I say, babe? You broke up with me. For real, babe. Ain't trying to rub it in your face. I'm just breaking off a little cold hard truth. It is what it is, girl. You did what you did, girl. I'm just doing what a bachelor do. Said, darling, you can't crash my party with your sorries and what always. Don't be raining on my Mardi Gras parade for a minute. Well, I ain't even fixing to listen to your guilt tripping. You're forgetting, girl, you made that bed and didn't want me in it. Whoa, girl, simmer on down a notch. Ain't nobody making you watch me get my forget you on. No, girl, can't touch my good as gold. I know it's difficult to see me on a roll, but you broke up with me. Yeah, what can I say, babe? You broke up with me. Hey, thank y'all.
Awesome. The acoustic version is fun too.
You dig it?
Yeah.
Thanks.
So your first two singles actually came out in 2010 and 2011.
Right.
And you kind of alluded to this in talking about You Broke Up With Me.
Right.
But I was wondering if you could tell us what happened in between then and now,
Oh,
leading up to
shoot.
your first record.
So much happened. So those songs flopped, and now that I
well,
listen,
not necessarily flopped. I mean, they both hit like 40, I think, on
yeah,
like the
but
top
that's
40.
that's equivalent to flopping in country music. You know terminology. It did basically. It didn't catapult a career. There was no way to sustain a family with what happened then. And then also when I got dropped, it kind of left its mark on me. I think a lot of people looked at me like, hey, he's probably, that ship has sailed, you know? And so in the meantime, I just kept writing songs. About 2 years ago, I was working at Costco, just trying to feed the family, and I kind of got rescued, not kind of, but was pretty much rescued by a guy named Shane McAnally, who appreciated my songwriting for me, not for any of his artists or anything like that he was working on. He basically said, hey, you know, a lot of these artists aren't going to cut your songs, but I want to cut a record on you. And so that's when things began to turn around for me. So yeah, a lot of dark times, you know, when you lose a record deal, it's tough. And especially when you lose it and no one's eager to pick you up, you know, right off the bat, which is kind of where I was at the time.
Well, and I read that you've spent, you know, a lot of time recently writing about trying to internalize and process everything that happened, and that your songwriting these days is very inward looking and reflective of that time.
Well, yeah, exactly. A lot of this album channels emotions that I experienced from like the dark times to kind of things moving forward to where they are now. So I think there's a lot of stuff people can relate to. And yes, you're right. None of these songs on the album are anything more than just my journal entries, basically. They're not, you know, we didn't aim for anything. We didn't really aim for country radio even. I felt so free as an artist to just write what I felt. And that's what Boom is.
Awesome. Thanks for letting us in.
Yeah.
Tell us about the next song you're going to play.
This next song is called Beautiful, and it's just a snapshot of my wife and I. This is a true story. We dated from high school to the end of college, and we were on and off again all the time. And then we took a year off after college, and I thought that was it. And then we collided at a wedding in Alabama. And the moment I saw her, I thought, hey, it's not over. And thank goodness she felt the same. And so we ended up getting engaged not long after that. But this is about seeing her again for that first time, called Beautiful. Rode all the way down memory lane where 65 ends. Wondered how it'd feel to see the one that got away again. Hoping it might go down like that hometown unanswered prayer my hero sang about on an old burn CD we shared. Something on the interstate told me I was headed straight for your pretty storm. To her, we're still gonna be there just like your name on my arm. Even got real with a girl I chill with up in Chapel Hill. Told her you were gonna be here just in case my heart was still in Mobile. I said, baby, why do you have to be so beautiful? I said, baby, why do you have to be so beautiful? Ain't no telling, girl, how long it's been since we did all that shouting. Probably 10 months, 27 days, something like that. But hey, who's counting? Oh, you know, just living that dream. Home is where the bus is. I could say time looks fine on you, but it wouldn't do it justice. Won't do it justice. I said, baby, why do you have to be so beautiful? I said, baby, why do you have to be Someone's supposed to hurt quite like this. When you run into a girl you forgot you missed. It's like that space between us only made me know. Thought I could just see you and be okay, but I'm not okay, girl. Tell me that smile on your face is so fake, and that it's all coming back, coming back, coming back. Well, I just have to ask, have to ask, have to ask. I said, baby, why do you have to be so beautiful? I said, baby, why do you have to be so beautiful? Beautiful. Thank you.
Thank you. I was wondering, when you're writing, is it this kind of a process of like looping and pedals and kind of
yeah, a lot of times. So
sounds and ideas come
I have
to
a
you?
shack in Nashville on Music Row, and you know, I usually start with a beat first, and then drop that bass in there, and all kinds of stuff. And so, yeah, we just, you know, when I'm writing, a lot of times I just get a vibe, real linear vibe going for something to just write to. So yeah, we use that a lot, and that's how this loop came about. Is I was building tracks like that in Nashville, and my team was like, "Hey, you want to do that live?" And I was like, "No, I really don't. It's pretty freaking hard. You don't just buy one of those, you know, and just do it the next day." It took a lot of learning to kind of get the hang of this stuff, but yeah, I like to start out with a track. And just at least get something to write to.
I also read that you majored in classical piano performance.
Yes, I did. I'm
how
not
much
good
is-
at all. That was a late kind of major switch decision my sophomore year of college. And so, I mean, I did a lot of practicing in college to finish. And honestly, sadly, I haven't used a lot of that, you know, in Nashville. Piano is kind of hard to lug around. And so I picked up the guitar. And so there's some songs on my album that are piano driven. But yeah, I don't claim to be a great, you know, a virtuoso by any means. I barely squeezed out of college with that degree.
So did any of that performance or training, even more so than like the discipline behind that
you know,
influence your current writing?
I started late, you know, so I definitely learned how to practice, you know, an instrument. And then also, you know, there's a lot of structural similarities in just songwriting and composing and stuff. It just, it all kind of has a formula. And so, yeah, I mean, I'm so grateful for the knowledge I picked up, but I ain't playing no piano to impress anybody in any of my shows. I can accompany myself at best, and but I love it, and I'm glad I got that degree.
Fair. So since that last song was about your wife,
Yeah.
I have to ask, you have 6 kids.
Right.
How on earth do you make that work?
Make it work? Shoot.
Like a performing, touring, recording artist.
You know, I mean, thus far, we you know, we were kind of daunted as things began to pick up. Like, how am I going to ever see?
Like, are you going to tour with a caravan?
Yeah, right. Well, we did. You know, when we were on the Thomas Rhett tour, and we just stuck them all on the bus, and they got along great with my band guys and my tour manager, and they had a blast. You know, we were out for 3 days, and so yeah. I mean, I hope to hit it big enough where I could take them whenever they want. But I mean, they're kind of busy themselves. You know, my kids have extracurricular stuff they're into, and so you know, I can't just be like, hey, we're leaving for 6 weeks on this tour. But yeah, it's going to be a balancing act for sure as we progress. But we'll find a way to make that work.
Tell us about the last song you're going to play today.
All right, this last song, speaking of kids, is about my daughter Leela, and she was 9.5, I guess, when I wrote it. I'm just trying to remember lyrics, but she was 9.5, and this was a song. The idea I jotted down when I was working at Costco, and what happened was I had this Honda, and it was about to die, And one of the last things to break on it was the ceiling, the felt from the ceiling ripped off. And I was like, how am I going to fix this? And I was struggling at the time with just my occupation, career-wise. Well, what on earth was I going to do? Was I making a lot of sense? Because I wasn't. I was barely being able to take care of the kids and stuff. But the felt fell off the roof, and I Googled how do you fix this, and I found out you can fix it with thumbtacks. And I didn't have any, but my daughter Leela did, and they were pink and purple and green and blue. And she let me borrow them. We stuck them up in the roof of the car. And then the next day, when I was clocking in, I just kind of looked at them, and I was like, man, I have a lot to be grateful for. I have a job. My kids are happy, and so is my wife. Everything's good. Because I spent a lot of time, during those days, I spent a lot of time wishing and hoping for a cut or a hit or just some bigger opportunity in life, I guess, or for money. And when I saw those thumbtacks, I realized that I just have a lot to be grateful for. And so I jotted down on a cup just the chorus, and then I didn't get around to writing the song until about a year later with some buddies. And so, yeah, this is called Leela's Stars. It's 3:42 a.m. Eyes bloodshot, yawning in my Honda in the Costco parking lot. Waiting on the door to unlock so I can clock in early. And stock the cooler till I swear I need back surgery. Wondering what the hell I'm doing with my life. Wishing I was still in bed with my wife. Scribbling lyrics on the side of a styrofoam cup. Do my kids need their dad to grow up? Or keep chasing a dream that ain't making no sense, no dollars? Am I a failure? Or Father, help. Look at the felt on my messed up ceiling. Had to bum thumbtacks from my 9.5-year-old daughter Leela just to keep it from coming down. Kinda like my tears when I count. Leela's stars. The sky ain't falling, it's just the roof of my car. Leela's stars. The sky ain't falling, it's just the roof of my, it's just the roof of my car. Man, I wish this coffee had low makers in it. $11 an hour, shit, that's less than 20 cents a minute. But hey, it's a gig, and there's food in the refrigerator. It's time to get to work, but y'all, when I get off later, I'm gonna pick up this pen where I'm leaving off now and get back to this song and show my children how to never give up on something you love, something you want, even when your check engine light is on. The future don't look bright, but it's like it's all gonna be alright in the light of stars. The sky ain't falling, it's just the roof of my car. Stars. The sky ain't falling, it's just the roof of my, it's just the roof of my pink and purple, green and blue, poor man's decorations. All I saw was a bunch of thumbtacks. She saw constellations. It's gonna be tough to get rid of this ride when the world gets my gift. 'Cause I don't think they make new cars. They come with Leela's stars. The sky ain't falling, it's just the roof of my car. Stars. Sky ain't falling, it's just the roof of my, it's just the roof of my car. It's like I hear an echo in here.
Got an unintentional echo effect.
All good.
So did you end up giving her thumbtacks back?
No. You know what? I took the car in, and it's funny because in the song, I talk about how hard it's going to be to get rid of the car, but it was not hard. at all. I drove it to the Nissan dealership and traded it in on an Altima just like that. Like, didn't even clean it out. I probably left like 100 CDs in there. I didn't need them.
Well,
so,
Spotify,
see ya.
dude.
Yeah,
it's fine.
Right.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that car is gone. And so is the roof. But I got some cool pictures of it.
And a good story to tell.
A great story. And a song. You got a song out of it. Yeah.
So you're playing American Beauty tonight, which is right around the corner from us here in Manhattan. Showtime, I think, is 7 p.m. And then tell us what's coming up next for you.
So we're going to finish out the Thomas Rhett tour. Obviously play this show tonight. Just get geared up for the album, release December 8th. Boom is what it's called. And then get ready for the Kelsey Ballerini tour and hope You Broke Up With Me goes number 1.
Sounds good.
All right.
Break a leg. Thank you so much for being
here. Thanks
with us
for having
today.
me. I appreciate it.